you know it. Greetings, Hive fans. Welcome to today's live stream, the 2021 Hive Online World Championship, played at boardspace.net. We're in the lobby. It's about 9 minutes till noon here in the East Coast of the U.S., where I am in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's approaching 1600 GMT, which is the time schedule for today's match between Quodlibet and CoalLover. Quodlibet, of course, is Christian Galeas, three-time world champion, seeded second in the tournament, was last year's runner-up to Joe Schultz playing under the name Judoka. Looking forward to a good match. CoalLover was the final qualifier coming out of the Board Space Open, and we're looking forward to a good match. CoalLover is Eddie Hurst from the UK, so hopefully we'll have a great match today. Welcome to everybody. Please let me know if this is your first time here. You can send me a chat. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat window while we're playing. And of course, in today's broadcast, there is a 2-minute time delay to minimize the opportunity that players might have of watching the live stream while playing and getting thoughts from me. I don't know how good that would help certain players, but might give them some ideas. So that's why we have the 2-minute time delay. So there might be a gap between when you send me a chat, when I see the chat, and when I respond to it because of that delay. And if you see me looking over this direction, I have my screen in front of me where we'll be playing, and then I have my OBS studio up and running and my YouTube channel open over here, so that's where I'll be looking. I am a one-man operation, don't have a producer to assist me. As this season goes along, hopefully we'll be inviting and having guest commentators to come along with me as well. So I'm in the lobby currently waiting for Quodlibet and CoalLover. The tournament started last week with 32 players invited. Of course, this is the first year that it was officially an invitation-only tournament. Previously, everyone had to play in the board space qualifier. This year, 20 players earned invitations prior to the board space open or the board space qualifier. And of course, that shortened the overall tournament for those 20 players. That was one of the goals of the tournament committee, was to shorten the overall length of the tournament for some players. If you had to play in the board space open to earn those final 12, or in this case 13 positions this year, then we assumed that the probability of you extending on into the final rounds was lower, and so less likely that your tournament would end up being an extremely long one like it has been in the past. So with the tournament starting last week, we've had some results already in. Z Maru and Happy Kiwi played to an unbelievably complex draw earlier in the week. They're tied at 1/2 point apiece, scheduled to play next on the 14th of July at 1700 GMT. Two matches have already concluded. David E.G. Defeated RPXCV, and that's Riccardo from Italy. And as he sent me a note, it's Riccardo with 2 C's. That's the Italian spelling, not Riccardo with 1 C, the Spanish spelling. So we're glad to have Riccardo playing with us this year. David E.G., one of the top players, one of the top 8 from last year, won that match 3-0 and is moving on to the round of 16. The other match that ended, Pupkin played J.B. Chauvet. Jean-Baptiste put up a good fight. The first day ended with 1 win apiece. And then Pupkin, that's Dmitris Maximenkov, previously known as Max Shark, won games 3 and 4 to win the match 3-1. So those are the 2 players that have moved on to the round of 16, David E.G. and Pupkin. Home Life and Frasco 92 have also played. Frasco 92 won his first 2 games. Crazy B and Jonas K. Crazy B won the first 2 games there. And in somewhat of an upset, Euclix, one of the top 4 seeds, playing against Drike. Drike won the first 2 games, so he leads 2-0. So our ex-world champion and my mentor and friend Christian Sperling down 2-0. They don't have the next games scheduled yet, but hopefully we will be following them. That match was scheduled at 8 o'clock GMT, which is 4 a.m. my time, so I got up and looked at it a little bit, but I had to go back to bed. I wasn't able to stay up and watch. And then Forgotten and S-Keeper 86, 2 of our Russian players. Of course, the Russians have always been excellent chess players, so it's no surprise that we have some really, really good Russian Hive players as well. They've played 1 game each earlier in the week, with the match to continue haven't been scheduled yet. So over the next few days, we do have some matches scheduled. My first match against Judoka, current world champion, is scheduled tomorrow at 2000 hours GMT. And also tomorrow at 16:30 GMT is Louise versus Salty Lick. later on in the week. In fact, why don't we can just go ahead and turn on the calendar here. Here's the calendar, and you can actually see where the matches are scheduled. If you go to the Hive tournament homepage out on BoardSpace, there's a link to the tournament calendar. You can keep it up to date on when matches are scheduled. So we do have matches scheduled next week. One on Monday, that's the 12th. That would be Doobie versus Hawk 81. On the 14th, there are 2 matches scheduled. Z Maru and Happy Kiwi playing game 2. And then it's kind of small, I can't see it. Oh, Apollo Q and Bee's Knees. And I'd like to thank Francesco Salerno for sending me this picture from his vacation. This is a beach scene from Iceland. A beautiful scene there. We have beaches here in Daytona Beach, obviously, but our beaches don't look anything like this. Our beaches are wide, flat, white, sandy beaches. In fact, the reason why Daytona Beach is known for its car racing is because over 100 years ago, because of the nice, flat, hard, white sand, cars came here to do speed tests. In fact, for an extended period of time, the world speed records for cars was set here in Ormond Beach, just north of Daytona Beach. And because of the hard sand, NASCAR actually started running their races here in Daytona. Back before the Speedway was built, they ran up and down actually on the beach. So our beaches don't look like this, but this is a beautiful scene, and thanks, Francesco, for sending me this picture. So both Quodlibet and CoalLover are in the lobby. So we will be starting here very shortly. Of course, Quodlibet is Christian Galeas from Chile, and CoalLover is Eddie Hurst from the UK. So we're looking forward to a really good match today. And I have my thunderstorm warning ready to go. So all I have to do is do this. Well, I have to make sure click on the OBS. Well, I thought I had it set up so that I could turn my thunderstorm warning on and off very quickly, because this is the time of year we get really bad thunderstorms. In fact, yesterday afternoon, we lost power for about 3.5 hours here at the house during a really, really, really strong thunderstorm. So we have Hawk 81 in the lobby, and as well as Frasco. So John Sandel, welcome John. He plays under the name Apollo Q. He's one of the few players I've actually met in person. He invited Joe Schultz and I to a Hive Live event in Minneapolis last year, just before the pandemic hit. So that was an exciting trip. We got to meet each other, play some Hive, and that was very enjoyable. Hopefully he's going to be able to do that in the future. So let me go over here and say a little note to John. So Quodlibet is saying he's having some problems with his PC. So hopefully we'll get that squared away. And he's asking CoalLover if he's ready to play. CoalLover's already in game room 1, got it set up. Of course, the timing for the first round of the 2021 Hive Online World Championship is 0:10, which essentially means if you've used more than 10 minutes of your opponent, more than 10 minutes compared to your opponent, then your opponent can request a win by time forfeit. Looks like they're ready to play. And we'll get the game room 1 open. So bear with me while I get it set up. Both players open with ladybugs. Quodlibet, 3-time world champion, is playing white in game 1. Follows with a queen and an ant. And then the CoalLover plays the pillbug. In line, they both play the inline pillbug. So both players get their pillbugs out early. And both players, after 4 bugs apiece, have an ant in play. So we're playing fairly quickly here in the opening. That's one of the comments that CoalLover, Eddie, made when I sent out the questionnaires for the tournament. He said that he is a chess player, and he's looking forward to having more Hive opening theory completed. Of course, all of us are looking forward to the next book in the Canon of Hive series from Joe Schultz, world champion. When he has his next book, it will be about openings. So let's get this shrunk just a little bit and moved. There we go. So Quodlibet pinned the first black ant. CoalLover brought in the second ant. And if CoalLover elects to, oh, nope, he decided to break the symmetry and bring it in a pillbug. Of course, in a pillbug in a situation like this can be very, very helpful to a player when it's next to the, mosquito right next to the pillbug, because that gives the mosquito pillbug power, and you've got 2 good defensive bugs. So black is bringing in ants. All 3 black ants have come in. And of course, in the early stages, did Dave ever fix the random start color option? I don't really know. We should probably do some experimenting on that. And of course, in the very early stages, there's a lot of playing back and forth, looking for that slight advantage. Of course, getting a beetle in play and atop the hive, so one can qualify for the hive, is one of the early goals. So as this progresses, you'll see that there's a lot of ant play, getting your ants moving and in action. And the white mosquito comes in. So all 3 ants, both mosquitoes and both pillbugs and both ladybugs, have already entered into the game. So this is very, very quick. Only a minute and a half in each. The CoalLover's looking for bringing in the first spider, possibly. And as I've mentioned before on my live streams, there's no you touch it, you move it in Hive. So you can see CoalLover has placed a spider, let it sit there for a minute, and then changed his mind. So you can actually place a bug, look at it for a while, determining whether you want to place it there or not. And the little dot right there, as long as it's there, means he hasn't clicked done yet. So CoalLover decided to place the spider. on the black mosquito. It can be a pin replacement this way, or it can go 1, 2, 3 and attack the queen this direction. So we will see what black has in store for the spider and what Quodlibet is going to do. And here comes the first white beetle. And this is one of the considerations when you bring your beetles in, is how far away from the action is the beetle coming in. So you can see in this case, the white beetle is quite a distance from the black queen or the black pillbug. So white is not concerned with that distance. Or it seems like maybe he isn't. The spider performs the pin replacement, and as expected, Quodlibet brings the first beetle up atop the hive. And notice the black mosquito comes back into play, moving to this position, puts it in good defensive position, so if the white beetle moves forward, then the black mosquito can cover it before it has an opportunity to get to the black pillbug. So some of the options that Quodlibet might be considering. John Sandel says Quad playing a much more defensive option as white. Yes, he does. He does have a tendency sometimes to play for control and not be that super aggressive, all-out attacker like some players are. And of course, the mosquito can be one of the most valuable pieces in the hive because it can do almost anything. So white could, in fact, pin the black mosquito with the white mosquito, which would render the white mosquito immovable, but it would present the option of the white beetle moving forward. Or another option is the white mosquito could come into this position, gaining both beetle and ant power, threatening to climb up atop the mosquito. And of course, the black mosquito where it sits does not have beetle power currently. So John Sandel's asking, hoping for a long game, and I'm going to respond to that with, I only have 1.5 hours available to live stream today. And this is one of the things about Quodlibet which makes him a really, really good player, is his ability to analyze positions. And he's not afraid to take time early in the game to deeply analyze a situation before making a move. And of course, one of the considerations anytime that you're thinking about bringing in a beetle is, where is your opposing mosquito? Because currently, the black mosquito has ant power, so if white played a beetle almost anywhere, the black mosquito could immediately move over, pin the beetle, and then possibly climb up and cover it. That Abstra says pretty stretched out open position, and that is correct. Many times a stretched out position like this could lead to a draw, but in this case, both players have 6 bugs in reserve. So right now, this is not a drawish position, but it could very well turn into one. And Quodlibet elected to pin the black mosquito, which now, of course, threatens. The threat now becomes, I gotta keep from doing that. When I touch my roller ball on my mouse, it causes that to happen on the screen. The white beetle now is threatening to move forward. So we'll see how CoalLover decides to defend here. Take a quick look to see how many people we have watching. Not very many right at the moment, only 4 of us in watching. So there's nothing that CoalLover can do to stop the white beetle from moving forward. The question will be, how's the best way for him to defend? He's got the mosquito and pillbug in good defensive position, but he has to be concerned about that white beetle. So I would think that some of the possible options, the most likely thing that black is going to have to do is bring a beetle in to defend some way or the other. Either defend or possibly bring that second beetle in such a way that it can threaten to defend as well as move forward to attack. So if I were venturing a guess, I would say that probably placing the black beetle here although a danger situation here is, of course, if the white beetle moves forward and then instead of covering the pillbug, covers the black mosquito, then the white mosquito can climb up as well. Oh, somebody's knocking at the door. I'll be right back. I will, thank you. Is she here? No, I thought it was pretty dark. Okay, thanks. I'm back. It was a friend of my wife's at the door bringing something to her. My wife and stepson are out at the farmer's market this morning. So let's see, did anything happen while I was gone? Nope, nothing has happened yet. And I have to keep an eye on because on one of my live streams a couple weeks ago, I was in the lobby, or I thought I was in the lobby waiting, and in reality, my internet connection with BoardSpace had died, and so I was late getting the match going on my live stream. Okay, so Brian Mosher says he's watching the live stream but not on BS. That could be confusing if you're watching it on BS as well, because we do have a 2-minute delay. And I am also going to go up here to options and uncheck track mice. That way we're not watching where the two players' mouses are on the screen. We have 13 viewers currently. Greetings, glad to have you here. Make sure you drop a note in, letting me know where you're from and if this is your first time. So CoalLover is approaching the 9-minute mark. He's at +3 right at the moment. He's going into a deep think here. Interesting. Possibly bringing a spider in. And again, watch the little green dot. Little green dot says that he's placed it there, but he hasn't clicked done yet. And he has clicked done. So let's see what's the purpose of the spider in that location. My guess is that it's probably planning on being a pin replacement down here, but that doesn't necessarily occur because the black spider moved down here and released the black ant. The white ant can just pin the black ant as well. And with the white beetle in place, the white beetle allows another drop here, which keeps the black ant underneath it pinned as well. And now we see another interesting scenario as well. The black mosquito has pill bug power, so it can move the white mosquito. Although I don't know that I would be looking to do that as well, because and that's what he did. He moved the white mosquito over. Now the white beetle can move forward and cover the black mosquito. Giving beetle power again to the white mosquito. And so let's look at some options here. The white beetle could move forward to cover the black mosquito. And then either the white beetle would be threatening to cover the black queen, or more likely the white mosquito would cover the black queen. The option, of course, could be that the black queen could move out or get warped out to this position, but then the white beetle would just immediately cover the pill bug. The white ant could also attack this position. There's no other white bug that would be immediately threatening to take the kill shot. But what that could do is it could be on the verge of surrounding the black pill bug, reducing the black pill bug's defensive positions. Hi, Troy Medler. The other advantage of the white ant attacking to this spot, not only is it currently surrounding the pill bug, smothering it, but it's also giving another spot where the white beetle could use as a spawn point here. But of course, the black mosquito could immediately cover the white beetle. So those are the things I'm sure that Quodlibet is considering right now. I think if I were to venture a guess, I would say the most likely move here is the white beetle covering the black mosquito. So this opening game of this match is definitely white is on the attack, black is defending. And the other interesting thing is they're both sitting at the same number of bugs in reserve, 5 bugs apiece. So as quite often happens in a game of Hive, once one player starts attacking, then the defender, if the defender withstands that first attack, when the counterattack comes, sometimes the defender becomes the attacker and can win the game on the counterattack. And we saw a game earlier in the week where the players did not keep a good bug count. And you always have to keep an idea of how many bugs you have in reserve, how many bugs that you need to win. You never want to get to the point where you don't have enough bugs to win, because then the best you could be playing for at that point would be a draw, assuming that your opponent doesn't make a really bad mistake. So there we go. White has elected to attack with the ant. Right, currently there is not any bug that is threatening to take the kill shot. The black pill bug, however, has lost a lot of its flexibility because it's completely surrounded. Okay, very good. Climbing up atop the white beetle keeps the pill bug in position to defend. Now the question can become, is there a way that Quodlibet can get his second beetle atop the hive, or get the white mosquito in position atop the hive? Now let's see what would happen if Quodlibet brought in his last beetle. He could bring the beetle in here, then the black ant, if the black ant pinned it, the white spider is not in a position to pin the black spider. Because as long as the black spider is mobile and can move away, then it reopens the pill bug's opportunities to warp out. And there is no way that white can immediately place a bug with a line of attack to this spot except with the beetle. But you don't want to place the beetle here because then black can pin it and there's no easy way to release the mosquito. If white places the beetle here, then white could fill this critical spot here, allowing the mosquito to gain the beetle powers and climb up. So if Quodlibet elects to play the beetle, I would predict that it's going to be in this spot here. There's no easy way. Oh, he's not going to. He's going, okay. He's going to go for control. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Pinning that black ant. And I think he probably, the thinking there is no bug that black can bring in now that can defend against a white beetle played on the white mosquito. Black only has grasshoppers and beetles left in reserve. And the white mosquito, of course, has ladybug power, so black has to be very concerned. If black placed a beetle, then the white mosquito could go 1, 2, 3 and threaten to, well, pin the black beetle and threaten to climb atop it. Of course, the black spider could then pin the white mosquito. Very interesting game we have going on here. Of course, Quodlibet is a 3-time world champion. One of the top players in the world. He and Judoka have been 1 and 2 for quite a while now. Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting position that I didn't even think about, using the spider to do that. What that does is that puts the spider in position that if white uses the mosquito as a spawn point, the spider could pin whatever bug is there. But of course, white could immediately shift the mosquito from that point to this point. Because right now, the black queen is threatening to escape. If the white mosquito were to jump to here using ladybug power, it could then threaten to extract the pill bug away from the black queen. And that's one of the other ways that you can qualify for the win, neutralize the opponent's pill bug, is by separating the queen and the pill bug, either warping the queen away or warping the pill bug away. So let's see if Quodlibet will be considering that. CoalLover does have, Raydor says that white has the advantage, but black is defending well. He is defending well. And of course, as long as black has the two beetles in reserve, white must be very careful because the black counterattack could be very strong with the two beetles. The other interesting thing that spider move by black did was it puts the spider in position to move to this critical spot here, which would free the black ant. Because as it sits right now, there's only one ant mobile, and that's white's defending ant down here, or controlling ant down here. It's controlling the black ant. And we're up to 16 viewers. Thanks a lot for watching this afternoon on a Saturday afternoon or evening, wherever you are. So let's look at some of the options that white has. The danger, of course, is with only one beetle left and the white mosquito not in a position to be able to get beetle power. If white played a beetle up here by his queen to begin the long march, Orden Espontaneo TV. Hi, Randy. Hi, Orden. If white were to place the beetle up here to begin the long march toward the black queen, the danger would be that if it gets intercepted by a black beetle, then white may not be able to get a beetle or mosquito in attacking position to qualify for the win. If the white mosquito were to move to here, the black spider goes to there, frees the black ant. Then white could just So Radar says, but beetle doesn't work that well against white anti-spawn queen formation. So yes, that is true. It is with the anti-spawn formation, which that means is that the white queen is sandwiched between two white pieces of her own. So even if she gets covered by a black beetle, there's no direct drop spawn points. So yes, that is correct. But if it gets to that point, it won't be a tempo issue. It will be a number of bugs issue. You're welcome, Lewis. Well, like we mentioned before, Quodlibet is not hesitant to do a deep think here. So an interesting thought here from Quodlibet would be, what would happen if the white mosquito, using ladybug power, moves to here? And if black's not careful, then the black pill bug could be warped to here, separating the queen and pill bug and also freeing the white ant. So Radar says, I'd go for the mosquito move in order to harass the black pill bug. If I were to venture a guess, I would think that's what he's going to do. I think that what's going to happen is, but if white moves the mosquito to here, threatening to harass the black pill bug, the black spider moves to here, threatening to free the black ant. So I think most likely the white mosquito is going to move to this spot here, which is still harassing the black pill bug, but also gaining ant power. Oh, that's interesting. Just pin the spider, and now the white mosquito can be used as a spawn point to bring in the last white beetle. So what about moving to the right of the pill bug can block the ant? So let me answer super baseable. And I have to remember there's a two minute delay. So what my viewers are responding to in the chat is 2 minutes behind. Yes, there is a time limit. It is 0 plus 10, which means that you lose if you have used for 10 or more minutes. Let's see, use 10 more minutes than your opponent. So Quodlibet elected to pin the spider. So Super Vassable says, so in theory, a game can last for days. That is correct. In theory, there's no ultimate limit to how long a game could last. One of my most common opponents back 10 years ago when I was playing for the World Championship was Fu Manchu, Dimitris Kopsaitis from Greece, and he and I used to regularly play games that would last 2 hours or more. Neither of us were known as fast players. So I like CoalLover's possibility of placing a grasshopper right there because it does two things. One is it threatens to pin the white mosquito in such a way that the white mosquito can no longer be used as a spawn point, but it also threatens to jump to here and free the black ant. So anytime you can place one of the weaker bugs like a spider or a grasshopper in a position where it can exert pressure in more than one way, Joe Schultz coined the term ambiguous spider, which has been expanded to ambiguous anything, ambiguous grasshopper, ambiguous beetle. So a grasshopper placed there could be considered an ambiguous grasshopper. It could do two things: pin the white mosquito or jump over and free the black ant. And so that's what CoalLover did. The tempo, however, gained white. So white could place the beetle, and nothing could stop the white beetle from climbing up. One, two, three. So Quodlibet, using the spider is now threatening to either pin the black grasshopper, which would have the added benefit of helping to surround the black pillbug, or if the black grasshopper jumps, the white spider goes 1, 2, 3 and keeps that black ant immobile. So if the black grasshopper jumps to free the ant, the white spider moves into this position, keeping the black ant currently immobile. Interesting. So here comes the first black beetle in a defensive position, and it cannot be pinned. And it also has the second benefit of intercepting the spider's line of attack to this spot here, which would free the ant. So now let's see if white beetle comes in, black beetle climbs up, white beetle climbs up. While black is playing a very, very good defensive position here. The question will be, if he defends it successfully, will he have enough bugs to execute a victory? He's down to 4 bugs in reserve. No, he's down to 3 bugs in reserve. 2 grasshoppers and a beetle. and a black pill bug completely surrounded. It's an interesting position. Oh, I did not see Luigi's question. Well, let's look at some possibilities here. If black is threatening to jump to here, if black is threatening to jump to here to free the white ant, the black ant, white could do the same with the grasshopper here, threatening to jump to there to free the white ant. Interesting possibility. White grasshopper here, jumping to there, freeing this ant. Because if the grasshopper jumps, the white grasshopper jumps, the pill bug could move the ant, but it would still create a ring. So nothing could stop, I don't think anything could stop the white ant from being freed. So we have an interesting game going on. We're approaching we've passed the 3/4 hour mark. Neither player has been in a time crunch. Quodlibet is approaching +5 now. Of course, he has +10 is the limit. So I think the three options for Quodlibet are going ahead with the spider, 1, 2, 3, which would either pin the grasshopper or pin the beetle. That's one option. Bringing in a second beetle here, or bringing in a grasshopper there. So Radar says freeing the ant would give black enough outside control to defend, in his opinion. And I think that could very well be the case. So I think the most likely move by white is grasshopper to here, with the threat of grasshopper jump to there. So Super Baseable asks, I don't have any experience in chess, but is this time format used there as well? The answer is typically no. In classic chess, typically you have X amount of time to make 40 moves. So say if you've got 2.5 hours to make 40 moves, and then at the 40 move mark, they add on more time for an X amount of moves. So that is an interesting thought, Super. Okay, interesting. The white beetle is coming in from that direction. Interesting. Because now if the black grasshopper jumps, the white beetle can move forward, blocking the black ant from moving, and threatening to climb up or free the other ant. Interesting thought. The World Championship has been at Board Space since 2007. And just recently, Dave Dyer, the administrator at Board Space, added the options for the different timing rules. Had a little bit of issue at the beginning of the Board Space Open. They weren't working exactly perfectly, but Dave did a very good job of getting that squared away. And we've had some discussion about exactly how the timing rule should work, and this 0 plus 10 is what we've come up with, at least for the time being. And of course, as the tournament progresses, the quarterfinals and semifinals will be 0 plus 12, and then the finals will be 0 plus 15. Good comment from Troy. When playing with this format, I sure feel pressured for time. It seems longer when you're on the outside. Yes. So now, so if CoalLover elects to go ahead and attempt the freedom of the black ant, then the white beetle moves forward, blocking the black ant in, and then the white beetle can just cover the black ant. And of course, if the beetle covers the black ant, the grasshopper is here. This could be a spawn point, and then a white bug spawn there could free the white ant as well. Okay. The black beetle elects to move forward. Interesting. Back earlier on, that beetle placement by Quodlibet has been so creative. It is creative, but it's interesting because I think that black can intercept the white beetle. And a consideration is, of course, keeping the black pill bug surrounded. Now the question is, if black withstands the attack, will black have enough bugs to win? And the answer, I think, is no, because he needs 4, and he's only got 3. The beetle and mosquito are currently being used elsewhere. So if the beetle or mosquito could be freed up. Of course, the mosquito can't do much because if the mosquito starts moving, the white beetle immediately covers it. So Radorf asks, maybe black can use the fact that the white beetle is far away to climb up with his beetle. Okay, he's moving forward with the beetle. It's interesting. I don't know that white can come up with an attack. He's on the verge of qualifying for a win by surrounding the pill bug, but if this space here gets filled, then the grasshopper jumps out and it's no longer surrounded. And if white fills this space first, then the defending black ladybug. So does white have a method of getting a bug to this spot, then the ladybug jumping out, then getting a bug to this spot? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. If white proceeds to march forward with the beetle, frees the white ant, but it also frees the black ant. White could place a grasshopper here with the plan to jump to there, which would almost completely permanently block the ant in. Correct, Radorf. So you're right, the black spider is in position to attack one of the kill spots. So let's see, if a white grasshopper goes here, and then jumps to there. Let's pretend like tempo is not a concern. White grasshopper to here, white grasshopper jumps to there. White beetle goes to there. That almost forces the black beetle to cover the white beetle, which frees the white ant. and almost permanently surrounds the pill bug. So if the white ant were to go to there, and of course this grasshopper has a line of attack toward that spot if it can become a kill spot. Interesting. Okay, of course, the purpose for that move, that's a very interesting move. I had not thought about that one. Because the purpose for this move, now the grasshopper jumping to here does two things. It frees the ladybug, but it also makes this ladybug pin against the queen into a true pin. Right prior to this move, both ladybugs were in false pins. If you recall, a true pin is when your bug is pinned up against your own queen with an inline pin. So, for example, the white pill bug is true pinned against the white queen because this is in line. The white ladybug and the black ladybug are in elbow. Those are not true pins, they're false pins. Now, when the grasshopper jumps over to here, the grasshopper remains in a false pin, but the black ladybug, once the white ladybug moves, the black ladybug gets into a false pin. Very interesting play. And of course, the black beetle cannot come into this spawn point because then the white mosquito would just pin it and climb up. Interesting. The black beetle moves forward. The white grasshopper jumps. So Quodlibet's next move is going to be the white ladybug to this spot right here. So the ladybug to there. And at some point, a grasshopper is going to come in to this spot. I still think that Quodlibet's going to need to get a grasshopper to here to jump to there to keep the black ant in play. The black mosquito could move, and white ones follow black recovers the ant. Okay, black recovers the ant as compared to recover the ant. I understand. But as soon as the black mosquito moves forward, then a white grasshopper can go to there. Although it's very interesting because yeah, so white grasshopper on this horizontal axis here is better because it can have a line of attack to this spot, and if the queen gets warped to there, it can have a line of attack to that spot. Interesting. Very intense. We've passed the 1 hour mark. 1 hour and 7 minutes. So even though CoalLover was the number 32 seed, the last qualifier from the Board Space Open, he's putting up a very good fight here against a 3-time world champion, Quodlibet. Now that's another interesting comment as well. What if CoalLover places a grasshopper here and then warps the white ant to there? It would free the black grasshopper to jump out, which would then allow the black queen to get warped out. Or the black, if nothing is done, the black grasshopper could jump to there. Very interesting position. There's a term in chess called candidate move, which is all the possible moves, but not all of them are reasonable. So a candidate move is anything that is a reasonable move. So for example, the black spider, even though it's movable and it can go to any one of these two spaces here or here, neither of those are candidate moves because doing so would free the white ant. So the only 3 pieces that black has mobile are the spider, the beetle, and the mosquito. The spider can't move. I don't think there's anything practical that the black beetle can do. The black mosquito, if the black mosquito moves, you're threatening to allow the white beetle to move. And as far as spawn points go, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spawn points. Troy asks, is this their first game? The answer is yes. And I don't know if they're planning on playing a second one now or not. I don't think I'll be able to live stream the second one if they play, just because of time constraints today. And of course, I won't be live streaming because I've learned that I cannot live stream games I play because I can't concentrate well enough. You don't want to just spend the entire time watching me think. So I won't be live streaming tomorrow for my game against Judoka. There is another game scheduled tomorrow, which is Louise versus Salty Lake at 16:30 GMT, but I won't be available to live stream that one either. Hopefully, one day this week, I'll be able to take some time off from work and live stream one. So we did end up playing the Grasshopper there. But let's see what possibilities are for the Grasshopper. Of course, jumping out here doesn't do anything. Jumping out to here could, in theory, keep the spider immobile, but there's not really reason for doing that. So the two things the Grasshopper placement there does is it possibly leads to the black ant being able to be warped to there, which would then free the black Grasshopper. Or the Grasshopper can jump to there, threatening to free the queen. So if black were to jump to so if the white ladybug moves to here, so let's take a quick look at this. If the white ladybug moves to there, interesting. What if the white ladybug moves to here? Then if the grasshopper jumps out, the white ant moves to here. That completely surrounds the black pill bug, but does white then have two bugs to move in for the last two shots? And the answer is not easily. So white is going to have to be very efficient with these last two grasshoppers. And of course, the other thing that white can do is white can move forward with the beetle. Yeah, he can't allow the black queen to escape, though, because the black queen, even if black queen escapes away from the black pill bug, white may or may not have enough bugs to win. So I think the white ladybug is going to go to here. Although another possibility is a white grasshopper here. So let's look at this. White grasshopper here, black grasshopper there, white grasshopper here. So it's a bit complex, and that's why I'm sure Quodlibet is taking his time to examine this situation. So white grasshopper here, black grasshopper to there, white grasshopper to here. Threatening to win. The white ant can always move into this spot to help keep the pill bug surrounded. But that frees the black ant. Okay, what about this possibility? The white beetle moves forward. If the black grasshopper jumps in, the white ladybug moves to here, which keeps the black queen pinned in place. The white beetle is threatening to cover the grasshopper. If the black beetle covers, then white has 2 free ants. But white can't allow this black ant to move out, because as long as this black ant is here, it drastically reduces the defensive possibilities of the pill bug. What if white stalls and see if black warps the ant out? Then white ladybug moves to black queen upper right. Troy asked, what if white stalls and sees if black warps the ant out? Well, I don't know that I would stall. I think what I would do is you have to have a plan. So the white beetle advancing might be the best plan. Oh, interesting. Okay, because so if the white beetle advances, the black ant gets warped to here. The white ladybug moves to there. The black grasshopper jumps out, and now the white beetle is no longer in position to move forward. The black beetle is defending against it. Okay. So Quodlibet advances with the beetle. Does he think that getting the beetle into attacking position is worthwhile letting the ant go? Because I think we all agree that the grasshopper can't jump. Because the ladybug just shifts to there. If he does anything other than warp the ant away, the beetle moves forward. Very, very interesting. So if the ant gets warped to there, no, it is not. And just as a side note, to those of you that are watching, there is at the bottom of the chat screen, the little dollar symbol is the super chat. If you click on that, super chat is a way that you can financially support the channel. If you'd like to, you can do that. We've had 2 or 3 of my viewers have done the super chat, and we appreciate that. So I think if the black grasshopper jumps to here, the white ladybug goes to there. And then the white beetle is going to cover the black grasshopper here. So I don't think that this is a possible move, the black grasshopper to there. There's black grasshopper to there, ladybug to there, followed by the white beetle to there. So if the black ant goes to there, the white ladybug moves to here, so black ant to there, white ladybug to here. Oh, the grasshopper jumps out and pins this ant. Interesting. If black covers the white beetle too, at least makes harder to white to qualify for the win. But if black covers white beetle too, that frees up the ant underneath black beetle 1. Which then pins this grasshopper here. Because I think if the black beetle covers the white beetle, the white ant shifts around out to here. And now white has 2 free ants and 2 grasshoppers in reserve. So one of the grasshoppers takes a position to go for that final kill spot. So black beetle covers, white comes out to here. Yes, as long as this black grasshopper is pinned in place here, then this is not a viable escape spot for the black queen. Because if the black queen gets warped to there, then white just takes the kill shot. So I don't think black beetle covering the white beetle is viable because the white queen, the white ant comes out and pins the black grasshopper. Although that makes that spot very difficult to fill. No, the black grasshopper would not be free because of the bidirectional pin. Okay. So if the black beetle moves forward and covers the white beetle, the white ant shifts out over to here. If the black ant is warped to there, the ladybug moves to there. And white has 2 grasshoppers to get to that spot to continue keeping the black pillbug surrounded. So I don't think black beetle covering the white beetle is a viable defense. I think that well, he has to do something to stop the white beetle from moving forward. So if he moves the ant to there and the white beetle moves forward, then the black ant is free. Yep, I think that's just a matter of time if he allows that to happen. So it's very interesting. We're approaching the 1.5 hour mark. Appreciate you all sticking with me. Seems like most of you have been here for the entire match, entire game. So if the black grasshopper jumps to there, threatening to free the black queen, the white ladybug shifts down to here. It's a very, very complex situation. So we'll just see. Both players have been in deep thinks. So it's not like either one of them is using more time than the other. CoalLover's approaching the plus 4.5 minute mark, but there have been times where Quodlibet has been at plus 5 as well. If black covers the white beetle, at least makes harder to white qualify for the win. Then black G2 to the left of the black queen might be a good idea. As you said, if the white beetle climbs up, the black queen escapes. Oh, that's another interesting possibility. What about the black pill bug warping the black spider? The other interesting thing here is, what if Quodlibet goes ahead and attacks with this white ant? Because he's threatening to win on the move, so the either has to pin the black ladybug or jump out with the grasshopper, and either one allows the white beetle to move in. I don't know how I missed that. Right. If the white ladybug attacks, then the black queen gets warped to here, and white does not have a bug that can take the kill shot. And that's what I've been looking at all along. But what about if the white queen attacks to here? White queen to black queen to the right. Because if white ant 2 attacks to there, threatening to win. So black's two choices are jump with the ladybug, jump with the grasshopper, or use the black ant to pin the ladybug. Either one, the white beetle climbs up. Yep, I think that's it. I think that because all along I've been thinking the ladybug would be taking an attacking shot before the ant does. But if the ladybug jumps to this point, then the black grasshopper can pin the white ant, as well as leave a spot open. So what happens if the white ant attacks to there? The two choices would be to pin the ladybug or jump out with the grasshopper. Either one, the white beetle climbs up. Yep. I think it is now finally over. Is there a defense to white ant attacking? Nope, I don't think there's a defense. The white ant attacks, threatening to win on the move. The pill bug is completely surrounded, so the pill bug can't do anything. So the two choices would be the black ant but if the black grasshopper jumps out, then the white beetle moves forward. So if the white ant attacks and the black grasshopper jumps out to pin the white mosquito, the white ant attacks, black grasshopper jumps out, the white beetle moves forward. White still has two grasshoppers in reserve. Now, can the white spider do anything? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, the white spider in 2 turns can be attacking that spot. And if the black ant pins the white ladybug, then the white grasshopper jumps out and pins the black ant. And that severely restricts black's mobility. So yeah, I think Quodlibet's next move is going to be an attack with the ant. Ant to there. Yep. because all of what happened here. Quodlibet has been disconnected. Let's go to the lobby and see if he's in the lobby. Hopefully. Well, that's a sudden turn of events. Quodlibet evidently has lost his internet connection. I don't normally keep the chat window open on the board space windows. That way I can get a bigger view of the playing surface. So CoalLover says I'll use the opportunity for a short break. Okay, good. Quodlibet is back. That was a bit frightening. So Quodlibet is threatening to win with ant 2. So black must either defend ant 2, which he could do with the grasshopper jumping out, or exit with the grasshopper. Either way, the white beetle moves forward. I was very surprised at that. I'll have to go back and redo this game and look at it to see. I was thinking that the attack with the white ant would be the better way to go. We're approaching an hour and 40 minutes. And here very shortly, in 30 seconds, it's going to be exactly the same amount of time. Each player will be at 50-36. So I think black has to jump out with the So let's see the options. White is threatening to win. White is threatening to win on the move with the white ant attacking to there. So if the black grasshopper jumps out, the white beetle moves forward. If this black grasshopper jumps out to defend against the white ant, then the white beetle moves forward. Black might still be able to defend this. If the black grasshopper jumps out to defend the white ant, the white beetle moves forward. That leaves the pill bug surrounded, which is a critical defense. Then the question is, can white get the two grasshoppers into these two spots? Once the white beetle covers there, very interesting. It's not going to be easy to get white beetle. One, two, three. A grasshopper from there to there. It's not going to be easy to get these last two grasshoppers into these last two spots. Yeah, it would be very difficult. Because if the grasshopper jumps out, the white beetle moves forward. Because this grasshopper is in good defensive position, that if a grasshopper is placed here with a line of attack to that spot, or here with a line of attack to that spot, it can jump out to defend. Yeah, that was CoalLover's best move, in my opinion. Now the white beetle has to move forward. Yes, that's the problem that white will have right now is if the white beetle moves forward, it completely neutralizes the black pill bug, but you have to get those last two grasshoppers to here and to here. If white moves forward, then this black beetle can follow it. Okay. If white moves forward and the black beetle follows it, oh, interesting. I was thinking that if the black beetle follows, then the white beetle could cover it, but then the black queen. Okay. If the black beetle follows, the white beetle covers the white ladybug, and the black pill bug cannot warp the queen away because of the beetle gate. Interesting. You don't see a beetle gate come into effect a lot, but in this case, the beetle gate could very well have an effect on the game. Yep. Oh no, it's not a beetle gate because nope, it's not, never mind, it's not a beetle gate. Well, it is a beetle gate this way. Yep. Now, the white beetle covers the white ladybug, and the beetle gate is here. Then the next move by the white beetle is to cover the black queen. And the beetle gate is here. Yep. Yes, because if black does that, then the white beetle moves forward over to the ladybug. The beetle gate stops the black queen from escaping. The white beetle is threatening to win. So the black grasshopper has to jump out. And then whichever way the grasshopper jumps out, the white grasshopper comes in to take that shot. If either one of the black bugs move forward, then the white bug covers it. So beetle moves forward, grasshopper jumps out. Wow, this has been a complex game. Approaching the 2-hour mark. Beetle gates are one of those situations where they don't happen very often. Usually they happen accidentally, but we'll see if in an interview with Christian after this game if he noticed the beetle gate. Yeah, I think Quodlibet has this one finally won. Beetle on top of the ladybug. Threatening to win, the grasshopper has to jump out. Whichever way the grasshopper jumps out, the next to the last grasshopper comes in at the other location, threatening to jump in. And then all yep. Wow, what a complex game and it's interesting, we've only gone 50 moves and we've taken almost 2 hours. We're 3 minutes short of 2 hours. So someone asked earlier, am I going to live stream the second game? And the answer is I doubt very seriously they're going to play a second game after a stressful 2-hour game like this, because it's not over yet, but I think it's close to being over. So the quality of Hive playing has gone up drastically over the last few years. These are 32 players have received invitations, and CoalLover was the 32nd seed. Quodlibet is the 2nd seed, and you can see how intense and tight and complex this game has been. So congratulations to CoalLover for putting up such a good fight against a 3-time world champion. And it's not over yet, but we will see if Quodlibet has the plan on what he needs to do. Yep, he climbed forward to the beetle. And it's the beetle gate right here that stops the queen's escape. So the grasshopper has to jump. Whichever place the grasshopper doesn't jump, then one of the white grasshoppers enters with the line of attack to the next to the last spot. I hear my grand dog just got here, Piper. So we may get to see her in a little bit. So the black grasshopper has to jump. So let's see. Once this beetle moves, then the beetle gate here no longer is in existence. So the grasshopper jumps, white grasshopper comes in. If the beetle doesn't move forward, then the white beetle covers the black queen. And of course that renders the black queen pill bug proof, but it also places a beetle gate here so the black spider can't be warped out. So yes, I think that's the plan. Whichever way the grasshopper jumps, one grasshopper comes in. Moves forward. The white beetle covers the black queen. Getting a grasshopper to that spot's not going to be that easy. But I think it can be done. Yep. So that's got to be the plan. I don't think CoalLover has any defense. The black grasshopper has to jump. The white grasshopper comes in. Now, as an interesting it can be made to last a bit longer, I think. By jumping that direction. because one grasshopper can come in with the angle of attack to the spot vacated by the black grasshopper, and then the second grasshopper can be placed in this critical spot here, and then the queen can come down to take the kill shot. Wow, this is still very, very complex. We've gone past the 2-hour mark. What a game. Only 51 moves, but 2 hours. Wow, what a game. This one is a good one to be live streaming, although there's a lot of commentary that we could be making to keep it moving, because we're going on 2 hours. A lot of dead air time here, just because there's a lot of thinking time by each one of these players. They've used an hour. That's a lot of time spent. So black only has 3 possible moves. So let's see, if the black grasshopper jumps to here, white grasshopper comes in here. Black beetle moves forward. White beetle covers the queen, which stops the queen from being warped out by the pill bug, forms another beetle gate, which stops the spider from being warped out by the pill bug. So that's hopper here, white hopper here, black moves forward, white beetle covers the black queen, black would probably cover the white beetle. Yep. So grasshopper out. For the first time, we've seen the timing go yellow. It went to 9.5 minutes. So white grasshopper to here with the threat grasshopper and beetle. So one of the two black beetles has to move forward. Whichever one moves forward, the white beetle covers the queen, which causes the queen to be pillbug proof, and the spider is again protected by a beetle gate. I think our three-time world champion Christian Galeas, playing under the name Quodlibet, is just taking his time to make sure that he's not overlooking something. And just as I expected, the grasshopper goes there. Now, one of the black beetles, either the black beetle or the black mosquito, has to move forward so that it can defend against the white beetle. And then the white beetle will cover the queen. So it will be interesting to see how Quodlibet gets his last grasshopper into the kill spot. Oh, he's approaching 10 minutes. We have 9.5. Oh, he resigned. What a great game. Thanks for keeping my audience entertained. So we'll close that window. So we had some spectators. Stepanzo, Frasco 92, and Hawk 81 are all three players in the tournament. Thank you all very much for watching. I truly appreciate you all being with me today. If you want to help support the channel, there's a couple different ways you can do it. One is I have a Buy Me a Coffee site where you can make a donation to help keep the lights on and help keep these games coming. Of course, the best way that you can do it is by purchasing a copy of my book if you haven't already. Play Hive Like a Champion. There are links, both of those, in the down below. So thank you very much for watching. I doubt very seriously if they're going to play a second game after a 2-hour stressful game like that. I don't have time to continue live streaming after this, so we won't be live streaming even if they are